Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Trudograd with me, BringItDon. Talk to this gentleman here.
Oh, кого я вижу?
There's a little bit of money to be made selling all this junk. Let's make sure it is everything unique that he sells. Alright, tough-looking mustache man of about 50 is standing at the bar. He studies a grubby glass in his hand and starts cleaning it with a rag. When you approach, he gives you a sly smile and says, "Name's Mikulich. What's up?" Not much. Let's talk first. Drink later. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to take a little break. Tell me about your tavern. This here tavern can out-tavern any other tavern, even those fancy ones in 7th Heaven. I guarantee it. The locals are all amazing people, and my drinks. Oh, let me show you the sign. I took it off the front door because it made the tourists uncomfortable, but it's the honest truth. The barkeep pulls up a wooden board from under the bar. It shows a disturbing blue-nosed, googly-eyed face accompanied by a slogan. Ye Old Mikulich's Tavern, for only 3 men, 1/10 blend since his opening, anno 1995. Yep, only 3 went blind from the local gut rot. Since that day, no one has been added to this sad statistic. Because I value the quality of my alcohol even more than my personal hygiene. What can you tell me about Trudograd? It's a nice place and it's my home, but it's honestly pretty backwards. I don't know any of the authorities personally, but it seems like since the bomb stopped, with anarchy ruling the streets, they decided to take a good long rest. A rest that's been going on for years now. They don't do anything for the betterment of this city. They just chill up there in 7th Heaven. No pensions for the old folks, no salaries for city sweepers. No laws except for the tax law that keeps them in cash. They maintain a defense force and keep the walls repaired, but that's all. I'm really hurt by this, you know. We could have been the greatest city in the world by now, if those lazy bones woke up from their slumber and actually did something. But maybe things aren't as bad as they seem. Who knows? Maybe we avoided a war or two thanks to their passivity. Any rumors going on around town? I can't tell the story with a straight face. Haha. So Minister of Truth, Rykov, died recently, and the officials asked the doctors to preserve his body like Lenin. You know what those fools did? They pickled it. I kid you not. The doctors actually immersed the corpse in brine. Now they call him Pickle Rykov. Funniest crap I've ever heard. Wipes a tear from his eye. Cool. Got any more rumors? People gossip about a giant in the waste that eats men whole. In Trudograd, however, a different horror occurred. One of my regulars was attacked by a hungry midget in broad daylight. They tore him to shreds and ate him, even the organs. The poor fellow is still traumatized from the event. What's going on in the wastes? Haven't heard any new rumors from Bureau Bidzon lately. Was Going the Barbarian actually deposed from the throne and thrown into prison? Sorry, goal. If so, we'll escape soon and make the usurper pay. That's the Azoan Bay. Got anything else? There are numerous new diseases in the world, like radiation sickness and Krasnov syndrome. There's also this new disease nobody talks about, and the medical community totally missed it. It's a virus that makes people talk about some kind of mouse kingdom. They do it without even being aware of what they're saying. I hope I haven't caught it. Alright, got anything else? As a proud owner of 10 pairs of pants, I'm not really all that concerned about the future. But you should be worried, for in Navaloki and Kaneshma, the cloth production has once again come to a halt. The workers lay down on the floor, kicked their sewing machines, and demanded more food stamps. Alright, anything else? Mutated sewer jellies are hated and despised in Trudograd, but the Guanzhou catch them, boil them in alkali solution to get rid of the acidity, and eat them like some delicacy. In their lands, jellies are more popular than those living mushrooms from Ryazan. because you get to chase them with your fork before you eat them. Did you hear rumors about a terrible mutated monster from the Central Wastes? It turned out to be a gorilla some sadist painted green. Now that's disturbing. Where they got that gorilla in the first place is a whole nother mystery. Alright, so I've already read that one. Alright, more rumors about Trudograd. Apparently the authorities are unhappy with how the citizens all flout the city's gun laws. Small wonder. On paper, buying and selling all kinds of weapons is strictly banned. But in reality, everyone's packing heat. Even you probably have several weapons in your humble person. What? Haha, don't worry. Nobody cares. In better times, the sewers were the pride and joy of citizenry and party officials alike. Nowadays, though, only a crazy person would wander around out there. It's dirty, wet, odious, overrun with bloodthirsty mutants. That's not all. I said that deep down in the sewers, the messed up people meet in unholy gatherings. Folks say this mutant lady is wandering the city streets. She comes up to lonely travelers and asks, "Am I pretty?" If you say no, she'll maul your face with her wicked talons. If you say yes, she'll show her other face, a hideous deformity growing out of her back. Common advice is to run away from her without saying anything. I heard that a mechanic repairing a snowmobile at the entrance of the city finally completed the job. He drove off out of Trudograd to a whole new life of high adventure. Alright, finally started repeating. That's all I wanted to know. I want to talk about something else. Throat parched? Have a drink, why don't you? Can you fix me a cocktail? No. You can buy the ingredients from me if you want. You have to mix them in your own home. Cocktails are banned in this tavern. Yep, banned. For health reasons. Now, why's that? Is there a story behind the ban? First off, if it was any good, it wouldn't be called a cocktail. I don't want to grow one of those, do you? And secondly, yeah, there is a story. Oh, can you tell me the story? The bartender looks down at his feet and exhales warily. Whatever he's thinking about, it's not a light-hearted tale of fun and good cheer. It's hard for me to talk about this, but maybe you'll learn something. Maybe then, it will be worth it. I was still a young pup back then. I watched a lot of stupid American movies. In one, these Chinese mafiosos drink a flaming green liquid in a fancy bar. Listen quietly. Anyway, I did a little experimenting, and here's what I added to the menu. The warm greetings. 1 part plum juice, 1 part vodka, 10 parts pure ethanol, and a slice of turnip skewered on a long wooden match. The gimmick was you light the match, throw the burning turnip into the drink. The cocktail blazes up, and then you drink it. It was just like in that movie. But then my best customer, the guy who always paid his tab on time, the guy I loved like a brother, Mustache Man Beard Baby, ordered it. If only I'd known. Known what? The bartender grabs his rag, drags it across his profusely sweating face, and says with a grim wheeze. He started drinking that crap, and a couple of his beard hairs got burned off. That's it? I thought it was going to end in some kind of tragedy. That wasn't tragic enough for you? You think what happened doesn't merit a complete ban on all cocktails in this joint? What if I told you Mustache Man Beard Baby never cut, never shaved, never even washed the hair on his head since 1973? It was his single biggest accomplishment in life. Oh god, it was so sad. I could barely raise my head because of the shame. Rip Mustache Man's beard. Mikulich, I'm interested in certain hard-to-obtain documents. The tavern keeper clears his throat and spits behind the bar. You hear the ring of his mucus against something metal. What documents? Feels like you need to visit the passport office. I've heard you can get a police pass. People like to talk, don't they? Whoever said I could provide such things lied to you. Sorry. You sure you can't get me these documents? Yes. I can't get you booze. What'll it be? I'm trying to find where that's listed at.
Какая приятная встреча.
The short man fixes you with his gaze for longer than is considered polite in civilized society. When he sees that you're looking back at him, he blinks and peers into his glass of watermelon hooch instead. Give him a suspicious squint and move on.
Приветствую вас.
Okay. That's everybody in here, so I think we're done with this area.
У меня так много дел.
Are you so busy racking your brains as to why you were denied the fake documents? You don't notice someone slinking right up to you. His voice is soft and slithery, as if a snake were speaking. Hold on. I heard you were interested in a certain special service. I mean, alternatively, source documents that would get you up topside. Can't read. Is that true? Yeah, I need to pass the 7th heaven. Ah, I see. But listen closely, remember. The people I represent can provide what you seek. You can't buy it with money. You only acquire it with trust. You're a fresh face in Trudograd, and haven't yet sullied your reputation with the proletariat. If we work together, you can earn that trust rather quickly. More importantly, you get the papers you're looking for. How's that sound to you? Who do you represent? I need to know before making my decision. The main thing you need to know is that we're not the bandits or cultists or mutants or slavers or contract killers. We're not even alien fungi from Uranus. Our interests are the interests of the working man, and our goal is the future. The rest you'll learn from an associate of mine. I'll send you to her if you agree to work for us. Ah, screw it, let's work together. I was expecting something like this anyway. Very wise. I can see you have potential. Now join the lonely girl in the red star cap at her table. And say this. Comrade Blaze, there's a sympathizer here for you. Comrade Blaze, sympathizer. Got it. Bye.
Очень приятно.
The blonde woman in the red star cap sits at the table with her back completely straight. She's been eyeing you with interest since you spoke to one of her comrades. Trying to hide her excited smile, she says in a strict tone. Comrade, I don't know you. Why do you look like you want to say something? Comrade Blaze, there's a sympathizer here for you. You may call me Blaze. Some password, huh? Sure, in this great tome, the materialist dialectics of quasi-transnational class Bolshevism, Ras Morkovin stated that sympathizers are the logs that keep the revolutionary fire burning. But do you even know what you're sympathizing with? We're passionate about ending the passivity of the current Trudograd government. We're the brass knuckles on the filthy, scabbard-ridden fist of the working class. Our goal, to do or die for the future of the proles, to achieve social justice and equality for all. But the solidarity of the masses is a crown of thorns. And all of us have a cross ready for our own crucifixion should we fail to overthrow the government. What say you, comrade? Are you willing to join our righteous, far-left centrist cause? Shrug your shoulders. Hey, as long as I'm getting a pass to topside, I'm down for anything. That's crime talk. Your goal is to help the proles, and your reward is the sheer joy of freeing the working class from the shackles of servitude. You get a taste of this joy when you complete the first 3 missions I'm about to give you. I'm listening. The authorities of Trudograd teach us that caring for old people is useless, but we do not agree. On Kolatushkin Street, an old lady lives in solitude and squalor. She is in fact former party official Kapitolina Demianovna Schwartz. Once a proud huntress of illiteracy and antisocial behavior, she is a victim of these abstractions, made flesh by the villainous Samuel brothers. Samuel. They force her to drink alcohol and torture her, trying to get her to will them her apartment upon her death. Your mission is to make these lowbrow individuals show some respect for the elderly and the communists of the past, by any means necessary. Any means, comrade. Silently write down the details of your mission. Next thing I want you to do is find some missing northerners who came to Trudograd in search of the Soviet dream. They were staying at the hotel on the outskirts, after they started looking for work, and inexplicably went missing. It's not the first disappearance in the area, either. Their friends in the city haven't seen them in a long time now. Your mission is to find them. I recommend starting with the inn on the outskirts. The owner's a small-time bourgeois pig. Maybe Maybe he chased these honest laborers off, made them disappear in some other way. Got it. Anything else? And near the tavern is a group of Steel Shield mercenaries. Word is they're looking for gainful employment. It'd be bad news for us if these professionals ever partnered up with the police. I don't dare ask you to enlighten them with the truth of the revolutionary movement, although that would be ideal. At least encourage them to stay neutral. They must not work with the city authorities. No question about it. I'll do some good old-fashioned agit work. I like your attitude. You bring the fiery truth of the revolution into the hearts of those mercenaries. Let them stand by our side, or not stand at all. I just know you'll find a way. Was that all? No more missions? At the moment, no. Venture forth, let the revolution follow. Hail the future. Cover the future talk. I have some questions first. I'm listening, comrade. What can you tell me about Trudograd? Trudograd is a dystopian, anarcho-capitalist caricature that should change its name, which currently means the City of Labor. There's no labor here, only oppression by the elites. But it wasn't always like this. That brings me hope for the future. Long ago, the city was part of the Soviet Union, a great country. Not all old people remember this for some reason, but the documents I found from that period say that harvests were bountiful, 5-year plans were complete in a month, and technology was evolving every week. Boy Scouts were helping grandmas across busy streets, and picking potatoes and helping out in factories. The people were happy and free. From each according to this ability, each according to his needs was the motto of that era. Song, dance, free food, I swear those times will return again. How goes the revolution? The People's Army is growing. We're getting new up-subs every day. Up-subs. Agile work in Politinfo is spreading like grass fire. The laborers are being taught Diamat, and soon the politically conscious workers will form a majority to crush the lackeys of the city oligarchy. I had my doubts about you, but now I'm talking with it. But now I know I'm working with a true professional. Oh, comrade, we're just doing what must be done for the free laboring class. What's your position in the organization? Blaze smiles despite herself. Seems like she secretly enjoys boasting about her role in the organization. Thanks to my ideological prowess, I was trusted with the position of adjunct worker and coordinator of sympathizers. My colleagues find potential allies among the masses and send them to me for processing. I await these fresh recruits at this table. Sure, I'd much rather spread Prolifeed and Politinfo to the masses in the factories and on the docks, but my personal desires must be curbed for the greater good of the revolution. I heard any fun rumors? A sympathizer once told me a strange theory. He claimed the Hesperus star isn't a star, but a Soviet spacecraft sent to Alpha Centauri. Now the cosmonauts have returned. Now the cosmonauts have turned it around and are speeding back to Earth to wreak a terrible vengeance. Alright, let's get out of here. Now I can talk to this guy. The bouncer doesn't act as cold as he did before. He performs a sloppy salute and says, "Hail future. Can I do anything for you, comrade?" Can you tell me about your organization? Not much to say. The authorities live in paradise at the expense of the working class. They surround themselves with an army of cops and build their homes on the roofs of existing buildings, peeing on every architectural standard. It's time we pull them down to the ground level and deliver a hard lesson. Then we'll hoist them back up with a nice, strong rope around their necks. Heh. Once that little errand is out of the way, we'll build the new Soviet Union, where every man is entitled to the sweat of his brow, where a man's status in society is based on the quality of his labor, instead of his ill-gotten wealth. The man looks around as if ashamed of what he's about to do. When he's sure nobody's looking, he makes a fist and taps himself first on the chest, then on the forehead. Then he whispers, "Freedom, equality, future." Ahem. The salute looked better on paper, but it's tradition now. You should learn it. We call it the revolutionary salute. I see. Can I ask you a few questions? I'll answer your questions when you've earned my complete trust. Before then, the only thing you need to know about me is my nickname. Carl. Got it? Now scram. Carl. Not very original, but it got the point across. Fine. See you later. Alright, so he is a merchant for the revolutionaries. A man in a black leather jacket and eye patch sits at the bar with two huge backpacks at his sides. When he senses you approach, he pats one and says, "Now we can trade, comrade. Revolution requires weapons. Weapons are what I've got." For shame, sucking money out of your comrades for personal gain. I require a socialist discount. Listen, I really feel the struggle of the revolutionaries. Honest to God, I do. We're not living in a communist paradise here. All that ammo doesn't magically spawn inside my backpacks. Some of it I buy, and some I risk my life for. Now, where do you get your guns from? If it's not a trade secret, that is. Don't tell anyone. Some of my goods I buy from honest people, or the honest people. It's an organization here in the city. They were the ones who approached me, so I don't know much about how they function. Plus, I gave them my word I wouldn't tell anything to anyone, even my own mother. The rest of my inventory I get by keeping an eye on locations with frequent shootouts between gangs. You can loot all manner of stuff from corpses, if you jump quick enough. I'll tell you more about these honest people. They're smugglers, and they'll work for anyone at all. For Guangzhou, and for their mortal enemies. Gosh darn it, they even sell to the rich jerks who own the city. And to us revolutionaries as well. Sometimes on the same day. If that's so, how can these people possibly consider themselves honest? I think it has something to do with their cosmically neutral position. They believe the most honest trade is when anyone can become a client, no matter their affiliations. And their delivery estimates are also very honest. But this is all speculation, to be honest. Is that honestly everything you know? The man winks with his last remaining eye. Honest. Aren't you scared to trade weapons so openly? Hey, if you had as many guns as I do in these here backpacks, you wouldn't be scared of nothing. Seriously though, yeah, it's scary. What isn't? But duty pushes me to overpower my fright and soldier on. I see. Now let's talk about something else. The man swizzles his hooch as if it was a fine brandy. Anyway, can we get back to the questions? I'll be honored to answer any and all questions. What do you want to know? What's your name? The locals call me Commissar. My real name will only be disclosed after the triumph of the revolution. You know, just to stay on the safe side. How did you lose your eye? A cat scratched it out when I was staying in my now dead aunt's place. She warned me to never put out all the lights at night. One time I blew out every candle before going to bed. Now, an hour later, her darn Merca jumped me. Now I look like a pirate. What can you tell me about Trudograd? I like it here. The big business is really putting the squeeze on everyone's balls. When the revolutionaries achieve supreme power, they deal with these parasites trampling the working man. A planned economy and huge taxes should only target the mega rich. I say with hope. Do you have any rumors to share? The road to the main gate is all iced over. If you're gonna drive a car in these parts, slow down. A huge accident happened there not that long ago. Alright, we'll look one more time.
Какая приятная встреча.
Lover of watermelon wine makes a strange gesture at you. He makes a fist and touches it first to his chest, then to his forehead. Then he whispers, "Forward we go, to the revolution." I'm here to learn about your organization. What can you tell me about it? The authorities of this fine city created a comfy nest for themselves atop the roofs, above the squalor. They don't care about the working man one bit. As long as Trudograd's secure location and opportunities keep attracting new workers, those fat cats won't lift a finger to improve anything. Our group is strictly opposed to this attitude. It aims to lead the people in a battle for social justice. Then he makes a fist and strikes himself on the chest, then on the forehead. Kill the future. I see. I can ask you a few questions. I'm not in the mood to answer questions, sorry. Name's Friedrich. But is it my real name or not? That's a mystery, and also all I'm willing to say. Friedrich, huh? Alright. Well, I guess we can go talk to the mercenaries real fast. As steel-shield mercenaries huddle around the burning trash barrels, the hungry stares are all fixed upon a roasting rat carcass. I'm looking for steel-shield men. The mercenaries look at one another, as if this has never happened before. Finally, their leader speaks up. What do you want? You have a job for us? The local revolutionaries want to hire you. Cool, but the local authorities want to hire us as well. They have some pretty solid arguments. They told us they're never going to let go of power in Trudograd. Makes sense to bet on the lead horse in the race, like they said. You wish. The bottoms don't want... Sorry, the bottoms don't want. The tops cannot live in the old way. Revolution is imminent. You sure about that? The mercenary commander thanks for a few minutes, before replying without any conviction. Okay. Maybe we really should help out the rebels. Screw it. We'll work for the revolutionaries. I've always had a soft spot for the poors. If I can get paid for it, even better. I know you had a kind heart. I'm gonna go tell my comrades the good news. Easy? Job well done.
Очень приятно.
Comrade Blaze smiles and tips her red star cap. Well, if it isn't the new upsum, are you looking for some prolifeed? We're here to report some completed day orders. I dealt with the mercenaries. Yes, how? Please report. I gave the mercenaries some prolifeed and other comrades of the revolution. Oh, that's a lot of experience. 2318. The revolution will not forget you, comrade. Thank you for your labor. Now the mercenaries will join us proles in our cause. They'll protect those who fight the powers that be. Us. Alright. Let's take a look at the world map and see where we're going to go next. I'm not going to completely commit to the rebels' path yet. I want to see what the police have to say. Get some more information before I fully commit. But I did knock out that one quest because they're right there. I'm assuming I can still swap sides before I complete those first 3 quests. Could be mistaken, but we'll see. I might just go to the docks next. It's right there. We have a few quests to deal with at Kalatushkin Street. But this looks like it might be a dead end. Let's go to the docks. And we'll pick up there. Next time. We also have this gray corner area. I'm just doing this to unlock all the different locations. So I have to keep re-entering this area later. All these merchants and no one sells a shield yet. Oh, that's right. Have to click on enter. Alright. The Trudograd docks. Power indeed. I can't do anything with that yet. You take a deep breath of dockside air. It smells of fish, salt, and hot tar. Suddenly, your gaze is drawn to a big man wearing an imported denim jacket. He's staring directly at you. Realizing that you have spotted him, the man smacks his lips and starts lazily walking over. Aguelo, wait up. Now what do you want? I want to offer you my help. You're new around here. And new guys always get into trouble. It doesn't have to be that way. All it's going to cost you is 50 rubles, Guelo. How's that sound? I'm also curious what the city police have to say about this. The cops never come to the docks. This area of the city is under the official protection of the Guangzhou Merchant Guild. And what if I refuse to pay you? The man clicks his tongue in disappointment, minutely adjusts the strap of his rifle. Whatever, it's up to you. But don't come running to me for help when you get into trouble. And who are you? You call me Big Bao. I work as a guard for the Guangzhou company. But what kind of help are you offering exactly? As long as you're on my turf, all troubles will pass you by. If someone tries to start something, I'll be right there to help, whoever pays more. Now what if we both pay the same amount? Well, I won't sugarcoat it. In that case, you have to sort it out yourself. But trust me, Guilo, that doesn't happen very often. So what is your turf exactly? The giant points back to where you came from and gestures down the street to the next corner. It's not much. Its territory spans a measly 2 blocks. Well, that doesn't seem like a great expanse. Sure, but this is a happening corner. A lot going on around here. Alright, Big Bao. Here's 50 big ones. Wise decision, Guilo. Low protection from Big Bao will do you a lot of good. You sigh as you count out the man's money. He slips the cash into the back pocket of his pants. Wu Gai Shazi. Likewise. Big Bao gives you a condescending look and folds his arms across his chest. Guilo? How exactly will I benefit from your protection, Big Bao? With Big Bao looking after you, you roam the port freely. No one will even blink at you. Unless you go asking for trouble, that is. Go, take a stroll in the neighborhood. See for yourself. I see. Can I ask you a couple of questions? I'm not going to answer any questions, Guilo. Why don't you go interrogate someone less important? Okay, well, hey, we got protection, maybe. You know, if I paid more than the other guy. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one we'll explore the docks, see what's going on here. It's like a pretty big area. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.